Hey guys, what's up? It's Emma, and yes, I am going by Emma again because I would rather you guys call me by my real name instead of an alias. You know? You get it? Okay. So, anyways, right to the point. Today I'm going to be reading you guys, I say reading because I'm reading it out of this book, but technically I'm telling you some creepy experiences that I've had. So this first story happened in this house that I'm in right now, and this is my room back here, as you have probably guessed. I used to be so scared of being in this room because, I don't know if I have told you guys this, but my room and my bathroom especially are haunted, and it's really creepy, but I've kind of gotten used to it by now because I've lived here for like 3 years, so you get used to things. It's not like a threat, it's just like weird. So anyways, I used to sleep in the living room because of how scared I was of being in this room, and above our hallway there's a crawl space, and the doors to it come out like right above the dining room area, which is connected to the living room and the kitchen all together. There's just like a half wall in between the kitchen and the living room, and then the dining room is like right there. So yeah, I was in the living room obviously on the couch, and I woke up at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I looked around me because that's what I do, because I'm a paranoid bitch and I'm not gonna take any chances of someone sneaking up on me. So I looked around, as I always do, and I noticed that those doors were wide open, and literally the only person that lives in this house that can even reach those doors is my mom's boyfriend, and he still has like a bit of trouble reaching them. And plus, it was the middle of the night, so like, why would he be going in there? And it was so creepy. I think I actually started sleeping in my room again after that, because I was like, nope, I am not being out here where those doors are. And it's really creepy because the other doors at the other end of the crawl space come out in my brother's room, and it's literally the worst energy in there. Like, it's so just, you get chills being in there. So this next story was when I lived in Alta Sierra. I had just moved in, and my mom thought it would be a great idea to watch the movie The Crazies that night before we all went to bed. And I had nothing set up in my room. There was no TV, there were no lights or anything. There was just my closet light, which was just a bulb. And so we watched The Crazies, and I used to get really scared of horror movies. Like, I would love to watch them, but then at the end I would be like, I'm so scared of everything. Like, I would literally get bad nightmares and just be so terrified I couldn't even sleep, and I would bawl my eyes out. But I'm not like that anymore, thank God. So I was in my room after we watched the movie, laying on my bed, and I'm gonna show you a quick diagram or whatever of how my room was so you kind of understand how much more creepier this makes it. So let's say this wall is like the front wall, I guess you would call it. I would just call it a front wall because my bed was like back here on the parallel wall, and it was like pointing towards it, so that was what was the front to me. So this wall right here, the front wall, was a bookshelf. The whole wall was a bookshelf, which was like really pretty and nice and like really handy. And so this wall over here was my closet, and over here was just a regular wall with a window. And it was a fairly small room, at least with my bed in there, because I think it had like a queen bed or something. But anyways, so I was laying there and I was staring at the bookshelf because the light from the closet like shines over that wall, and it was really beautiful. Like I said, it was really calming looking. It was just a beautiful bookshelf. Suddenly, I saw straight up shadow of someone run across the bookshelf wall, and the only light source in my room, again, was the closet right next to my bed. And so I looked over, and I could not stop like staring at my closet for the rest of the night, and I was so terrified. So these next two stories kind of go together in a way. Like, they're not with the same people, and they're not in the same places, and they're not on the same day at all, but they're very similar. Like, what happened is like pretty much the exact same this one night I went to this place called Space with Nick. We all call it Space here, but technically it's a abandoned radio station, and there are rumors that there have been murders there and that it's haunted and it's just like really creepy. And so while me and Nick were there, we were like hearing weird things, like creaking sounds, and it's kind of sketchy there because like it's really rotted and you could fall through the roof at any moment, I feel like, just because it's really squishy and there's like water coming up out of it and there are plants growing on it and it's like really soft. So we decided to leave and we got into my car and he was still freaking out about it, but I was just kind of chilling. And to make him feel better, I took the flashlight on my phone and shone it back into the backseat of my car, and I was like, look, there's nobody there. And as soon as I looked back there myself, I saw sitting in my back seat a ghostly image of Nick, and it was just there for like a second, and it was really creepy. I even like screamed a little bit, and Nick thought that I was fucking with him, and I was like, no, like dude, I actually saw something, and it was really creepy. And supposedly, that's what a doppelganger can come to you in a form as, a ghostly image that's there for just like a second, and they're really bad omens. So like, but I don't know how it works if you see someone else's. Like, is that a bad omen for you, or is it a bad omen for them? I don't know. And so the next story that kind of goes along with this story is I was hanging out with Serena and her friend Sierra, and we went to this place called The Lookout, which I have talked about in a video before. It's just this place in town that's like kind of on a hill a little bit, and you look out and there's just tons of trees and then the sky, and it's really pretty there at night because you can see all of the stars. And so I was there with them and we were hanging out outside of her car and just like standing there and, you know, doing teenager stuff. And I looked over at Sierra, and right next to her I saw a ghostly flash of her, and I was super freaked out. And I even told them about it because I was like, dude, like this happened to me again, like what the fuck? And they were like, why would you tell us that? Like now you're freaking us out. And I was like, I'm sorry, am I supposed to be the only one that's freaking out here? So those are all the stories I have to tell you today, but there will be more videos because creepy things happen to me quite often for some reason. And I might also tell some stories of other people's experiences because some that I've heard are like really insane and are just like really creepy. So I think you might enjoy those. But until then, goodbye, please subscribe, and I love you.